Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. Now, as you're aware, we are doing things quite a bit differently because we are all still in lockdown here in Victoria and dealing with online learning and a few other things happening. So making time to record has proven difficult. Having said that, today we are going to be taking you on a bit of an unexpected journey, gathering up a bit of a fellowship and taking the fight to Sauron with the War of the Ring as we explore the Lord of the Rings, the card game. Hey folks, as I said, it's Matt here and we are going to be unboxing Lord of the Rings, the card game from Fantasy Flight Games. It's a game for 1 to 2 players, although you can play up to 4 players with a core set. It's a game by Nate French and it is of course a living card game. At the moment, with everything that's going on, we thought it best to analyse games that you can play while you are in lockdown or games that can be played solo because we can't always necessarily get together. So what we're going to do is open this sucker up, have a look and see what it's all about. And it's also going to give myself something to do as well while we are all in lockdown. Now, those of you will know who are aware of the Fantasy Flight stuff. This one's been out for a little while already. There's plenty of advancements and things. Oh, one important thing, plastic on the floor. Yeah, this has been out for some time. There's plenty of expansions and obviously all sorts of other bells and whistles. This one came out before Arkham Horror did. Yeah, Arkham Horror is something that we really enjoy, that I really love, and I was looking forward to teaching before lockdown. Unfortunately, lockdown kept us from doing so. So I'm just going to put the box up over here. And you can see here we've got the Lord of the Rings living card game, which is now available on Steam. We'll be getting into that as well. That's going to be fantastic. And you can see all the different bits and pieces here for that one as well, available on Steam. As is the norm for Fantasy Flight, we've got a Learn to Play guide here. And this has all of the component details, talks about the different spheres of influence for all the different player decks and things too. And then, of course, the costs, the rules. A really good thing to have with you as you go through your first game, because it's going to help you obviously explore the rules as you go, along with a bit of a campaign guide there as well, which we really like. Okay, so now we've got some punch board tokens here, which are sealed. Then we'll go through the cards. Now, with the LCGs, because they are card games, there's not usually a lot of components, so I don't expect this to take a whole lot of time. What I do expect, though, is the opportunity to potentially get some playthroughs done. Now, those of you that have been watching and keeping up to date with all of the videos we've been doing will notice that there are more and more playthroughs happening across the board. It's because Charlotte is here with me a lot of the time, so it's obviously good to get her involved. And we've just recently shot our 50th video as well, which is preceding this one. Yeah, that's been fantastic. So we did a massive playthrough for that as well. Now, with the components here, you can see here we've got our Doom trackers. So the Doom trackers there. Obviously at the start of the game, well, not obviously, if you've never played this before, at the start of the game you'll assemble a team of heroes, and those heroes will work out or give you a Doom total, and you'll start the game with a Doom total on your dial here. And if your dial ever reaches 50, you actually lose the game. You're eliminated from the game. So if you're playing with 2 or more players, obviously you need to work together to make sure your Doom threshold is kept at a nice, safe level. So as with all the games that Fantasy Flight take care of, so you've got the dials here, the little points that tell you which side they go on. So that, oh, hang on, must be different dials here. So one of these has a little star, a little dot, meaning it goes on this side, and the starred ones, which are here, go on the other side, so that it all is nice and easy here. And obviously they turn them once you're assembled. Very cool, very cool. As with all the components from Fantasy Flight, they are all really, really, really high quality, which is awesome. You've got your proof of purchase there, and then you've got things like these ones here, which are damage markers, and they're not double-sided like Arkham Horror has the Doom trackers and the clue tokens that are all the same. And then you've got here, these are progress markers for as you progress through a quest, and they're quite, durable, quite thick, which is awesome. Then you've got a first player marker. So this denotes who is the first player in the game. So if you're just playing solo, obviously you won't need this. But if you're playing multiple players, you can use this to obviously keep track of who's playing in what order, because that does have a bit of influence on the game. I'm just going to quickly get rid of those because those ones get out of the way. Then you've got here some influence. So this is your currency in the game. So these ones here allow you to play cards from your hand to the table, which is awesome. Nice and pretty. And you can see there they've got a really nice thick durable card. Again, Fantasy Flight's known for the quality of their games and components, which is awesome. But enough about all of that stuff. This is what we're all about. This is where it's at. The artwork for the cards is always going to be spectacular. And you can see here we've got little bits and pieces for the dials, which we'll put to the side and assemble. Let's have a look here. So I believe in the core set, there's always some noise in the background at the moment, my apologies. I believe in the core set here, there's 3 different scenarios you can play with, which is fantastic. Lots of different heroes to choose from, and of course, expansions and Mythos packs, adventure packs to build on from. Not Mythos. Mythos packs is Arkham Horror. Adventure packs, I think, is for LTR. So Lorian's Wealth, you can see there, the card art is absolutely amazing. The cost of 3 here. Choose a player. That player draws 3 cards. That's an event, and there's a bit of flavor text from Legolas there as well, which is awesome. Radagast's Cunning. So I'm just going to go through some of the cards here. The artwork on these, and this is something that Fantasy Flight always has done. Look at that. Gandalf Search. Oh my goodness. Forest Snares. So I don't want to mix up the cards too much, just because I know that they're going to be in some semblance of order in terms of putting it together. There he is. Gandalf the Grey. That was my name. After Gandalf enters play, you either draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to one enemy, or reduce your threat by 5. Powerful ally there. And there's multiple copies of Gandalf, but he has that unique identifier, which means you probably only have 1 in your deck. King Spiders, Hammerhorns, Ungoliant Spawn, Great Forest Webs. This is all I probably should have put a spoiler warning if you haven't played through these scenarios, because we're going to be revealing, obviously, all sorts of creatures. Okay, I just want to get into it and start playing because, wow. Big fan of LOTR. I think, you know what, I think I'm actually just a fan of all the Fantasy Flight stuff. There's nothing they've produced that I haven't liked. Marvel Champions is great. Arkham Horror, obviously, I'm a big fan of. Dol Guldur Orcs. Don't come across those in a dark alley. Although they're only got 3 hit points. They're actually not as strong as you'd think. Chieftain Uthanac. Oh, I wonder if Uthanac is in here. Wow. The Necromancer's Reach. That just looks cool. Okay, so yeah, a ton of cards in the game. A ton of cards. These are enemies and locations, all sorts of bells and whistles that you use to go through the game. What I will try and do is get a playthrough. As I said, we've been doing more and more playthroughs as we've gone on, just so you can see how this works. So I won't obviously do that in this video. I'll do another video. We might have to split it up because there's obviously the scenarios can take a while to get through. But these ones are going to be the heroes. This is Aragorn. Even looks like Viggo Mortensen. Nice. Sentinel. After Aragorn commits to a quest, spend 1 resource from his resource pool to ready him. Wow. So if he goes questing, you can ready him again and get him to start attacking. So you can see here the value of 12. You combine those values with your other heroes. And, oh, there's Gawain. Oh, look at Gimli. Look at his smug little smile. Cheeky bugger. Legolas, Thalen, Eowyn, Eleanor, Dunhere, Denethor. Wasn't he a crazy bastard in the films? Brilliantly portrayed. Okay, Glorfindel, Guards of the Citadel. So yeah, you combine your heroes. You have 3 main heroes and then a deck of cards, obviously, that you then use to thwart the enemies and also try and complete quests as well. And as you expand your card set, you get more expansions, more encounters, more heroes to use, more enemies to put into play. Oh, Hobbit sneak attack. Is that Sam? Yeah, Mr. Frodo, I'll get him for you. Valiant Sacrifice. Looks like Boromir. Wow. All reference to Boromir. Oh, there you go. Grim Resolve. Ready all characters in play. These are going to be... I want to use all of these cards. The artwork is so good. And for a game that's, obviously quite old or been around for quite some time already, the lighting effects on these, they're awesome. Blade Mastery. Choose a character until the end of the phase. That character gains +1 attack and +1 defense. Sick. Whoa. Exhaust a character with a ranged keyword. Choose a player. Deal 1 damage to each enemy engaged with that player. Wow. Definitely designed to be a cooperative game, that's for sure. Quick Strikes. Thicket of Spears. Swift Strike. Blade of Gondolin. Citadel Play. Dwarven Axe. And my axe. Horn of Gondor. Wandering Took. Elorian Guide. Northern Tracker. So these are all different spheres of influence. You can see the different colours of the cards. There's blue, green, red, I think purple as well. And they allow for different bits and pieces. See, a light in the dark. Choose an enemy engaged with the player. Return that enemy to the staging area. Wow, okay. A Dwarven Tomb, which is a reference to there. The Favour of the Lady. Attached to a hero, this hero gains 1 extra influence or currency token. Power in the Earth. Unexpected Courage, Fighting Spiders. Exhaust the card to ready the hero, Daughter of the Nimrodel. Erebor Hammersmith. I want him on my side. I want him to make me some cool stuff. Miner of the Iron Hills. Lore. And then Lorian's Wealth again, which we saw at the top of the other set of cards. And there you have it. That's pretty much all there is to it, which... It sounds like there's not a lot when there actually is a ton of stuff. I mean, look at the cards. These are amazing. There's so much content here in the one little box, which is awesome. We're going to pack this up. We're going to get into a bit of a playthrough, give it a bit of a test run, get back to looking after our kids for today. Check out the videos as always, folks. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. If you haven't already, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/hpgamingau, and we will be able to help you out with getting you some extra gamer rewards points, also game crates, and you'll get exclusive offers and other things as well. In addition to that, if you have any questions about anything you've seen here, pop them in the comments below, or send us an email at orders@hpgaming.com.au. And as always, thanks for watching, folks. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you back at the table very soon, hopefully, to play this bad boy. All right, bye for now.